What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. As you know, I'm driving a 2019 Nissan Titan. I had to cut my first video because I said Ram. I do so many Ram videos, it's not even funny. But this is my very first time actually driving the Cummins diesel. The reason why I'm driving this truck is because Nissan announced that they were actually going to be killing the Cummins motor in their lineup, and that's actually kind of sad because I really was hoping this engine would do better. And it's probably not the fact that is it more expensive, it's probably because you're just overall maintenance. Like, you have to do DEF, I mean, you have to pay for diesel, but there's just a lot of things that would probably deter people from buying this truck. The biggest thing that I saw as an issue was the fact that they did not make this a 3/4 ton truck, giving it a 10,000 or at least a 9,900 pound gross vehicle weight rating to give it more payload capacity. But overall, if I could be honest, there's still a few things missing for this truck to really be a true heavy duty truck, and I'll show you guys around the truck later. But for the most part, we are driving in a Pro 4X. Now, this truck does have a Bilstein shock, has off-road tires, and it actually has a locking rear diff. So I'm pretty excited to see how this truck is going to handle. I'm going to take it on the highway really quickly. I'm going to show you guys the interior and exterior as I always do, and then I'm going to show you guys the payload. Let's get started. I want to take a moment and give a shout out to this company called ISSYAUTO. They actually have these all-weather floor mats that they have specifically for the Nissan Titan. So if you own a 2017 or newer Nissan Titan, these floor mats will fit in your truck. Specifically for a crew cab model, whether it be the standard Titan or the XD, these will actually fit inside the truck. One thing to mention about these floor mats are they are odorless, which is really nice. And they are 100% weatherproof too. They will not leak through on the carpet. And they do actually have a lifetime warranty, so that's really good things to consider if you are looking for some all-weather floor mats. And they actually are a custom fit too, so that's gonna help make them easy to install inside the truck also. So let's go ahead and install them in the truck, and then I'll show you guys some videos of me throwing some dirt on them and cleaning them off. But there you have it. The first person to put in the comment section, ISSYAUTO, will get these for free. I will pay for your shipping. You're going to get these exact floor mats, and I'll send them to your door. So feel free to do that, and the first person to do it will get these for free. So let's go ahead and get back to the video. Now this truck does utilize leaf springs in the rear, and I would say that, you know, because of this truck's overall setup, it's not really built to really tow a fifth wheel trailer. I mean, you probably can get a gooseneck trailer that's probably has maybe 500-600 pound pin weight, but that's probably all you should really be putting behind a truck like this. But overall, I mean, this truck actually has heavy steering, and I like that because if you're towing a trailer, you really want to have a little bit of stiffness on the steering. I wish that my truck had a little bit more of this stiffer feeling on the steering too. And I mean, overall, it's a pretty easy truck to drive too. I mean, I don't find that this truck feels heavy, like a 3/4 ton or 1 ton, but it feels like a bigger half ton, I would say. I'm a big fan of how this truck looks overall. I mean, you do have LED daytime running lights, LED headlights. You're gonna have incandescent high beams and turn signals, but you will have LED fog lights on just below. As you see, you do have some tow hooks. Those do come a part of the Pro 4X package. Parking sensors on the front. But overall, I like the painted bumper, painted grille. It really does make the truck look really luxurious. On the side, you are gonna have 18-inch wheels with off-road tires. These are gonna be general tires. And I think they're 275, 65, where is it at? 275, 65, 18. This is going to be an independent front suspension too, so I don't know how you guys feel about that. But it does ride good. I mean, hey, if you're in the market for a truck and you're concerned about the way it rides, I mean, you're going to get a better ride with the independent front suspension. I like the way this truck looks with like the black accents. You have the black door handles, black mirrors. It really does flow well. Now here's going to be your leaf spring setup. And as I mentioned, it does have Bilstein shocks in the rear. Now, one thing I noticed about the rear suspension is that you have a tiny, and I mean a tiny, sway bar in the rear. So that's probably one thing I would mention to you. Like, if you're thinking this truck can tow heavy, I mean, that right there, that's a very small sway bar. And I would venture to say that I would never put more than, 9,000 to 10,000 pounds behind this truck because of that. Out back, they do give you your 4-pin and 7-pin connection. Dampened tailgate. They give you your fifth wheel gooseneck prep package. And they also give you a power outlet for the rear. And they give you a 7-pin for your trailer also. You do have LED lights in the rear too. You have some just below there. And the top lights up here are going to be LED too. Very easy to lift the tailgate. You do have a backup camera. But overall, like I said, nice truck. Out back, you do have incandescent bulbs. I believe that top light here is going to be a brake light. This is a running light, which is incandescent, and looks like a reverse light here. Really easy to add your DEF and add your diesel also. And then here's just a look at your tow mirrors. Now, I did notice that on this truck, getting in and out of the truck is a little bit different from mine. Normally on my truck, you would slide your hand here to unlock it. But on this truck, you have to hit the button to lock it and unlock the truck. I'm about to get on the highway. And if you're not familiar, this truck does have 310 horsepower and 555 pound-feet of torque. And this truck has a good amount of pickup too. So this Cummins actually is made into an ISSYAUTO transmission. It is going to be a 6-speed. And I find that this transmission and engine actually are very smooth compared to my truck. Especially how only having just 315 miles on it. So, I mean, this truck is almost broken in. But for the most part, like I said, these tires have some road noise. But overall, the interior is pretty quiet, I would say. I would love to drive the Platinum Reserve. to get a feel for, you know, maybe a little bit more luxury truck and having maybe a little bit more quiet tire. I had to do some digging because I was trying to figure out what the axle ratios were on the truck. Now, if you get the gas motor, it does have a 336 rear axle. If you get the diesel engine, you will get a 392. So that's actually pretty good. I mean, I would say, 392 axle should give the highest towing capacity. I mean, Ram trucks, if you get max tow, you have to get a 392 axle ratio. And if you get e-torque, I think it actually gives it a little bit more towing power too. But like I said, I can tell this is a diesel. It definitely rumbles like a diesel, and it feels like a diesel when you take off. It has that diesel sound. It's kind of cool that you get a Nissan with a Cummins motor. It's really cool. As far as the interior goes, this is your typical Nissan interior. It has a 7-inch screen. Everything's pretty well laid out. I had a Nissan Pathfinder in 2001, and I almost find that they kind of like hold true to their roots. Very easy to use this infotainment system. It does have navigation. And remember, the Pro 4X is not the top of the line. You can actually put a lot of options on this truck to make it almost, what a Platinum Reserve would be. The only thing that I would like to have that this truck does not have is cooled seats, but I think it's an option. So that's pretty cool. You can get an off-road package and still get a lot of luxury features that you can get on the top of the line models. So take a look at the window sticker. You do have a 2019 Nissan Titan XD Cummins V8 turbo diesel, Pro 4X, 4-wheel drive crew cab. And then this is going to be your standard features that's going to come on the truck. Now, because this is a Pro 4X, you are going to get those Bilstein shocks with that. You have a 2-speed transfer case, which is good to point out. 18-inch wheels. And here's going to be some of your safety features. Blind spot's actually going to be standard. And this is going to be for your comfort. And then comfort's going to be continued up top here. LED headlights are going to be standard too. Rain sensing wipers are also standard. So this truck does come with a lot of good features. Class 4 hitch already integrated inside. One thing to point out, it does have a 5-year, 100,000 mile bumper to bumper warranty too. And right up top here, you're going to see you have a base price of $54,380. You have basically 2 packages on this truck. It's going to be that Pro 4X utility package and then that Pro 4X convenience package. And I believe there's one package that you can actually opt for to get the cooled seats, but you do not get cooled seats with this truck. And then here are some of the other features that they add, like the splash guards, fog lights for $285, they're LED. And then this is considered a premium paint. Destination comes in at $1395, and you have a total price of $61,698. So take a look at the interior. Overall, it's a pretty simple design, very clean, and as I mentioned, very easy to use. Now, I want to give a huge shout out to Nissan and Toyota, because I know Toyota does this too. I had a Toyota Land Cruiser that had this. If you're towing a heavy trailer and your truck does squat, this will actually allow you to level the headlights inside the truck, as opposed to having to go get a screwdriver. I do not know why heavy duty trucks do not have this button in their trucks. It's just, or dial, whatever you want to call it. This is like the easiest thing to add, and it would cost probably nothing for them to do that. I'd pay for this. Please make this an option. And as you see, you do have a locking rear diff, downhill assist, cargo lamps. You do have that power outlet in the rear that you can turn on and turn off. For your fog lights, and then this is going to adjust the brightness in your instrument cluster there. You do have seat memories, and you have automatic front glass, but the rear ones will be just, you have to hold the button for them. Now the shift column on this truck is power. I'm gonna go ahead and start the truck. You have a push button start. As you see, it does sound like a diesel. Now I will say, this is just because I have a 19 Ram, and Ram is killing it right now. But this is kind of a letdown, but it's not bad. This navigation is door to door. You still have Bluetooth audio, you still have Sirius XM radio, all these things come standard. I mean, the resolution on the screen is just not really up to par, I'll be honest with you. I mean, I would like to spend some time with this in the future. But yeah, like I said, overall, I mean, this system it's just simple. I mean, you have a CD player, and it's just a simple system to use. So if you push this button here, you can actually adjust the screen a little bit brighter. Let me see if that makes it a little bit better. It's a little bit better. Like I said, overall, this system needs to be updated. But dual climate control, you have all your buttons for your parking and traction control, blind spot. You can heat your steering wheel. They do give you a brake controller right here, USBs and the aux, heated seats, a little bit of storage there. This does pop out, which is really nice. Give you a bigger center console. And inside of here, nice clean storage for your pins. Again, this pops out, and I mean, this is actually pretty deep too. They give you a power outlet down there. But overall, like I said, this is just a really nice truck. You know, for, you know, you figure you can probably get maybe 8 to 10 grand off this truck easily. I mean, this is a really nice truck to have. Like, if you're not looking to tow a huge trailer, I mean, this is really a really nice truck to consider. You do have a sliding rear glass in the rear. You pull it down to open it, and then push up to close. Now you do have incandescent bulbs inside the interior, auto dimming mirror with HomeLink. I mean, like I said, there's just a lot of stuff about this truck. It has Fender audio, and actually the sound system sounds pretty decent inside the truck. Now on the side of the seats, you can see it does have that stitching, Pro 4X. Love how the seat in the rear does sit just a little bit lower, kind of give you a little bit more visibility out that back window. Taking a look out back, you do have cup holders integrated into the door with a little bit of storage. They also give you a little nice leather padding right here for your arm. The leather's padded right here also, more or less probably a vinyl, but this is going to be mostly hard plastic in this truck. I mean, there's a lot of hard plastic, but it's not bad. I mean, you get perforated leather seats in the rear and in the front, of course. Now they do give you 2 USBs and a power outlet in the rear. And they also give you heated seats on the outer seats too. They also give you air vents in the rear, like how they spell out Titan in the back. Make sure the people in the rear know what you're driving. Cup holders up top. And they give you a center armrest with additional cup holders. It says if you're counting, there's a lot of cup holders in the back. What's cool about this rear seat is it kind of does what Ram does. You do have a lever here that you can pull up, and you can kind of store something on this floor surface here. I like the fact that you can lock this too. It's going to give you some storage. You just pull up on it. And in order to put the seat back down, because once you push it up, it's locked in there. You have to pull the little handle. And the seat does fold, which is really cool. You can actually store some things in the back here too. Really cool that they do that. And here's the other side. As you see, this is a 60/40 bench too. In order to drop this seat down, you do have like a little tab that you can pull up. And that's going to be the same for both sides. If you haven't had a chance yet, and you've been on the fence about buying the Cummins, here's my opinion. If you're not looking to tow a really big trailer, let's just say you have like a 8,000 pound boat or something like that, this is the perfect truck for something that size. Like, I would probably stay within travel trailer territory. I know that guys do tow fifth wheels with this truck, and a lot of guys have even actually towed big toy haulers I've seen online with this truck too. And of course, we all know that any car can tow a trailer. You know, I mean, a car can get a trailer up and going. That's not the issue. The issue is you want to try to stay within your limits, and that would really be hard to do with a truck like this. So if you are looking at this truck, I would strongly recommend, if you want that diesel engine, you should get it now before they stop making it, because I promise you, once they start making this truck, 5-10 years from now, everybody's going to want the Cummins motor in this truck, because it's going to be the most reliable. It's going to have, you know, more power. You can do so much more to it. So it'll be, I think the values on this truck are going to stay up, and that's a good thing. So if you're in the market for a truck like this, you better get it now before they're all gone. If you're in the market for a 2019 Nissan Titan XD Pro 4X, your gross axle weight rating in the front is going to be 4,900 pounds, with the rear being the same at 4,900 pounds. and you're going to have a gross vehicle weight rating at 8,990 pounds. So taking a look at the payload capacity or cargo carrying capacity, whatever you want to call it, you're going to have a total number of 1,543 pounds. If you think about it, that's actually not that bad. Think about it like this. If you have a truck like this with a Cummins motor, if you are looking to tow a pretty decent sized travel trailer, I mean, 1,500 pounds is actually not that bad, because of course, you know, having a diesel engine, you're going to have more components like a turbocharger, intercooler, and a few other parts like, you know, for the, you know, piping and stuff like that. So it's going to be slightly heavier. If you were to compare this to like a Ram, for example, the Ram is going to have a gross fuel weight rating typically about 7,100 pounds for max tow. But again, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope it was helpful. Want to give a shout out to Younger Nissan here in Frederick, Maryland. If you are in the market for a Nissan, feel free to hit these guys up. Very nice team, very eager to help you. I mean, like I said, when I asked them to do this video, they were really helpful to do so. I mean, they didn't even ask me a question. They just say, hey, here you go. I actually know Rob Harley here too. I didn't know he worked here until I came back a second time and saw him here, but feel free to hit these guys up. And yeah, like I said, give them a chance to earn your business.